Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
Well, it's 5:44 on your Monday morning. Welcome back.
I don't know much, but I do know that the wind was howling for about at least like 24 hours over the weekend, and that made for some nasty conditions for a lot of folks.
Yeah, it was really tough, even if you were driving a high-profile vehicle with those winds, and it really was. It's a worst-case scenario for the road crews,
of course,
especially when we have this pixie dust snow. They plow it, the wind picks it up and dumps it right back on the road. So those poor guys, they've got a tough task ahead of them there. But if you missed out on the snow, we can show you what it looked like, because Dave Holder went for a little jaunt in the snow last night. We kept telling people to stay off the roads, but our storm chaser here, Dave Holder, he loves going out, and he was in McKenzie, which isn't too far to the east from Bismarck. And it was coming down, and Dave was telling me that he was stunned how quickly the snow just came to an abrupt stop as he got closer to Bismarck. It was just that was where that sharp line was setting up there. A lot of people saw a lot of snow there. You can see almost 2 feet in Lipsey there, 20 inches in Ellendale, 17 in Jamestown, 14, nearly 14 and a half in Ashley, and 13 in Verona. And for many of these locations here, it's still snowing, and it will still snow for a good portion of the day, unfortunately. And there's a page 2 to this list here, 2.5 officially here in Bismarck, so kind of missing out. We were preaching about where that line would set up, and you can see this is radar estimated snowfall, kind of mirroring what our first snowfall accumulation forecast was. And if we zoom in on Bismarck, that is how close they were to seeing big-time snows, less than 25 miles. If the system was a little bit further to the west, Bismarck, we'd be talking about a whole different story this morning. You can see Hazleton there, radar estimates of 12 to 16 inches. Still have a couple of counties under a winter weather advisory through 6 o'clock tonight. Blizzard warnings remain for areas out east where it's just a mess out there. Winds were also, as Tim was saying, a big issue. These are some of the highest recorded wind gusts from this storm so far, 50 miles an hour plus out there. As I said, definitely creating plenty of blowing and drifting out there. And here's the latest DOT map. Basically, no travel advised across eastern and southeastern sections, and then a small sliver of scattered snow and scattered ice. And then once you get west of Bismarck, everything's fine. People are saying, what snow? I don't see what the big deal is. Well, those places missed out on all the quote-unquote fun here. Temperatures basically mostly in the mid to upper teens and lower 20s across the region. They won't move much from that today. Winds are still quite strong out of the northwest at between 20 and 25 miles an hour, and we still do have a few locations with higher gusts to around 30, like Bismarck and in Hettinger, but those winds should slowly be subsiding, as will the snow. Thankfully, as we go through the day, we still have this last, what's called a deformation band that's moving from south to north, still affecting locations, eastern Kidder County, and then Logan and McIntosh County, and then further to the east. That band slowly moving toward the east, along with the entire system. You can see just how large and expansive it is. Very heavy rain taking place right now across most of the entire state of Michigan. Here's a look at precision cast. You can see that snow finally getting out of here by later today. And then we'll see breaks in the clouds and then possibly some sunshine by the time we get toward tomorrow, before clouds increase again, and we have another clipper system that could impact us later in the week, but a little bit too early still to talk about that. Winds and wind gusts will finally start to slowly subside for central sections of the state today, and then across eastern sections as we go through the evening hours, so that by the time you tune in tonight, maybe for KX News at 10, most places those winds should be lighter than they are right now. 25 today in the capital city. No snow, but we'll have blowing and drifting snow with those winds gusting to 40 miles an hour. In the Magic City, pretty much just gusty winds out there today with those clouds slowly clearing. 3-day forecast for the Dickinson area is a quiet one. Sunshine today and tomorrow, and then maybe a little bit of snow on Wednesday. Same thing for the Williston area. You can see up there 40, though, on Wednesday. That's nice for late December and early January. Highs today will basically be where they're at right now in the low to mid-20s, a little bit cooler to the north. And the extended forecast for the Bismarck area, we're finally calming down here. A nice quiet end to 2019 and start to 2020 before another clipper moves through for this weekend. And it will get cold by the time we get the next weekend again, with temperatures back in the teens for highs and lows in the single digits, guys. So We dodged a bullet this time, but the next storm, it might be a different story.
Probably will be a difference. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, thanks,
right.
Robert.
And plenty of stories this morning on Good Day Dakota, including
with over 1,500 kids in foster care in North Dakota. Every little donation can help those kids out. We'll tell you about a group that has done a lot for kids in foster care in North Dakota. Aaron Fields joins us live.